Hey guys, Rob here with McDojo Life. Today's McDojo News is about a martial arts instructor who just took a plea deal in a sexual abuse case, which means he doesn't have to be put on a sex offender registry. Let's check out the story. A former Mount Pleasant karate instructor pleaded guilty on August 18th to first-degree assault and battery to resolve allegations he molested two teenage girls at a martial arts camp in 2013. James Michael Buchen was sentenced to 5 years of probation as part of the plea agreement reached in the Ninth Circuit Solicitor's Office. Buchen will not be required to register as a sex offender, but he was ordered to complete sex offender treatment as part of his probation, according to the Assistant Solicitor Debbie Herring-Lash. The plea agreement resolved all pending charges against Buchen, including charges of second and third degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor. Buchen owned Buchen Martial Arts in Mount Pleasant, which also held karate classes at schools and fitness centers in Charleston, West Ashley, Daniel Island, North Charleston, Somerville, and Hollywood. According to a now defunct website, the business offered programs for students ages 3 to adult. Buchen was the head instructor of a camp in Charleston where two young women said he sexually assaulted them when they were 15 years old between June and July of 2013, police had stated. One of the camp participants told police she was resting in the back of the room when Buchen approached her and put her head in his lap. She said he massaged her shoulders and fondled her breasts. The other young woman said Buchen sat next to her one day during a camp and touched her genitals. The two victims, who were not being identified, told the court about how Buchen's actions continue to impact their lives. The first victim said she came forward after her boyfriend noticed she was withdrawn and anxious. She sought professional counseling and eventually felt ready to disclose her story. "This man is someone I viewed as a father figure," the victim said. "It's a challenge to be here today. This started when I was a young girl." The second victim echoed the other's comments and said it was difficult to come forward because of how involved Buchen had become. "He was implanted in every aspect of our lives," the second victim said. "I think a lot of wrong was done." One of the victims told authorities that she was intimidated by him and was afraid to tell anyone what happened, according to an affidavit. The other victim told authorities that Buchen often messaged his female students and that the behavior, quote, had become normalized to his students, according to the affidavit. The victim stated she did not want to tell anyone what occurred because she wanted to continue the level of training she was at. In a phone call with one of the victims, Buchen had admitted to messaging her during the camp. He said he knew it was inappropriate and, quote, acknowledged she was young at the time, also according to the affidavit. Apparently, Buchen is married and has 2 children. Both of Buchen's accusers began taking karate lessons from him when they were about 10 years old. Buchen's attorney did not respond to a request for comment as of August 18th. Up to this point, I've only done McDojo News about once a week, but that's about to change. I truly understand that you guys really love the McDojo breakdowns, where I kind of rip and kind of make fun of some of these fraudulent martial arts instructors, and that's not going to change. I will continue to pump those out. I try to do those once a week, probably every Monday, and I'm going to continue to do so. Unfortunately, I've noticed that when I do the McDojo News stories, sometimes I'm a week late. So I'm not going to be doing anything different. I'm just going to be providing you guys with more content. So stories like this don't wind up being a week late, and I can catch them when they're relevant, which means they'll get more traction, which also means that more people will see these stories, see this guy's face. This guy took a plea deal. And that plea deal basically put him in a position where he can now go back and teach children again, be around children again, because he wasn't put on a sex offender registry. So by me making sure that these stories are up to date and posted as soon as humanly possible, more eyeballs will get on this and less people will fall victim to another person like this, or specifically him. I really look forward to hearing your comments in the comment sections below. Like I said, I'm not changing anything. I'm just adding more content. So if you don't like these stories, feel free not to watch them. But I'm going to be pumping out more content like this, and I'm going to try to make a McDojo News story every day. They probably won't all be sexual offenders. Hopefully not. But like I said, I want to put out more stories so that way they're more relevant and more faces get on them. As always, I appreciate the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and all the other crap people online tell you to do. Keep the martial arts legit.